Hi everyone, and welcome to Chapala Club Video. I'm Sid Grosvenor, your host here at chapalaclub.com. Today we're going to be talking with a friend, a business lady, and a longtime resident here at Lake Chapala, Mexico. Her name is Greta Berg Parker, and she's the owner of Parker Insurance Services. Hi Greta, thanks for agreeing to this interview.
Hi Sid, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to your club.
Well, Greta, tell our viewers how you came to live in Mexico and how you got started in business here.
Well, actually I came to Mexico 53 years ago, but I was living in Guadalajara, and my late husband and I decided to move here to Ajijic, to Chapala area to retire. And Martin had been in the insurance business before. He was contacted by an agent at the border in the States and asked us to if we would like to be interested in taking in on the insurance business. And we said sure, for a couple hours a day. Well, those couple hours are now 6 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and that's as far as it's going, but it keeps us very, very busy.
Wow, what an interesting story. You just thought you were going to get to retire. Well, Greta, I know our viewers are anxious to learn all they can about living here at Lake Chapala, Ajijic area of Mexico. And you know, there's a lot to learn. And of course, part of that learning is about insurance coverage here.
Yes.
And of course, you're uniquely qualified to tell us about the ins and outs of insurance here in Mexico. Can you perhaps start off with explaining about how car insurance works here?
Yes, Sid. We have two types of policies. We have full coverage or liability for what is called tourist cars. Cars that are from the United States or Canada. And these policies have the following coverages. It's collision and comprehensive, which includes glass, of course, and there is total theft. In Mexico, there is no partial theft. But however, if your car is stolen and recovered, the company does repair it to its original state. As far as liability goes, there is bodily injury and property damage. These amounts are smaller probably than you'd find in the United States or Canada, but they do meet all the Mexican requirements by law. And we also have medical expenses for your car and the occupants of your car. We have road assistance, and we have legal assistance and bail bond, which is very important in Mexico in case you are in an accident. And I have an example of a policy here to give you an idea. It's a 2004 Ford Escape SUV. This policy with full coverage would be $374 a year, and for liability only is $230 a year. We do have 6-month policies also. And what we can do, so you have no problem getting through from the border, we can, if you send us your information, we can email a policy back to you. So you just whiz through the border, and when you arrive here, you can come in and pay us at your convenience.
Great, that's a good service.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Greta, now that we know about car insurance, I know there's more than that, but we won't go into all of that right now. But what about homeowners insurance? Can you tell us, and before we started this interview, I asked you to prepare like a typical home, let's say a $200,000 home where the lot would be valued at $50,000, so that would leave just $150,000 to insure, because as we know, the lot's going to be there no matter what.
Yes.
So could you give us an idea of what that kind of coverage would run our viewers?
Yes, certainly. I have a $150,000 home here, and for required coverages in Mexico for a homeowner's policy are the building and the contents for fire and explosion and liability. From there on, you can choose glass coverage that's like windows, doors, mirrors in your home, that type of thing. And there's electronic and electrodomestic coverage for computers, TVs, refrigerators, stoves, that kind of thing, for power surges and brownouts. And we have theft, so there must be signs of violence or forced entry and or assault. It can be moral violence or physical violence in the assault. And a policy of that type would cost, with earthquake and hydrometeorological natural disasters, approximately $400 per year.
Well, I think that's very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, Greta, thanks so much for sharing this information about car insurance and home insurance here. And in closing, let me just tell you, Greta, and our viewers especially, my personal experience with when I visit your office. And I've brought clients here and I buy my own insurance from you. And you know, every time I've entered your office, I found that your staff of bilingual ladies here are totally courteous, friendly, and most of all, knowledgeable about all types of insurance here in Mexico. And of course, the United States driving policies. So I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for your service to our community. And please pass this along to your staff as well.
Thank you, Sid, for that endorsement. It's really wonderful, and I know the girls will be happy to hear it.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Well, they deserve it. Well, friends, there you have it. Insurance of any kind in Lake Chapala. You know where to go. The Greta Insurance Services here at San Antonio Tlayacapan on the main highway between Chapala and Ajijic. And this has been Sid Grosvenor for ChapalaClub.com, where we make your dreams come true, because Greta and I are looking after you. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Que la vaya bien.